Alright everyone, so today we are going to take a little look at the small jar. So a lot is going on in here. Mostly I did an addition of one species particularly. So right here we have a Malaysian trumpet snail, and I introduced a few more in the ecosystem. So these snails I really like. They are in all my aquarium. They have invaded them, and they are making sure the substrate is very well digged into. The reason why I place them in here and why I like them to move the substrate so much is because it will eliminate the risk of stagnation of the substrate and bubble of air being trapped in the substrate and not being moved. Because if you keep those, there is the potential of having some harmful bacteria live in your ecosystem. And since this is a very small ecosystem, I did not want the risk of having a biological crash, basically. When we look at the Java fern right here, we can also see some new growth on the leaves, and we can see others here. So this is extremely good sign. It means that the plants are thriving, and that means the ecosystem is also thriving. Sorry, my bird was flying all over the place. When we look very closely to the environment, we can see many small creatures. For example, this one right here. And I have like a magnetic glass, so we will try to take a better look. Sorry, I'm just going to show to you all the bird that is making all the the noise everywhere right here. Okay, can you stop? Can you stop, Paul? Thank you. Can you stop freaking out? Thanks. So moving on to the small creatures again. Let's try to find a small creature. Can we? Okay, we can kind of. It's pretty hard to see, right? But this is Java moss. Okay, we can kind of see. It's a bit distorted, but we can at least see the Java moss. And right there we have a small creature that was flying by, or swimming by actually. So yeah, there's a big explosion of these little dudes swimming a bit everywhere. We have one right here, for example. And all of these creatures are very interesting. Talking more about bigger organism, I've seen some weird larvae in here that even I don't know what they are. But yes, there's plenty of cool creatures. Right over here. Oh, it's swimming by. So we have snails, obviously. And yeah, there is a lot of small worms, like boogie worms, I guess. This is how they are called. We have many shrimplets, so baby shrimps, wild shrimps that is, that are swimming everywhere in the bottom. So we have some reproduction, and all of this makes me want to actually create a bigger jar and have even more creatures, because I realize now that this aquarium is so much thriving that and is so much interesting that I want to have even more of this. So maybe just a jar like twice as big, or twice as large, not necessarily higher, because you know it doesn't need to be super high, because most of the creatures are closer to the ground most of the time. But yes, I think this little project is pretty cool, and one very cool thing about it is that pretty much everyone can do it. If you don't have the money and the aquarium size for fish, you can always just go grab some random sand and some random plants in a swamp and add them in a small ecosystem like this and be as entertained as if you had fish. So it's keeping an aquarium but on a budget, basically. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all pretty soon in the next one. Goodbye.